Hello, Loyalists. Welcome to your general Enneagram reading for the full moon in Sagittarius during the flower moon. This is a dimensional tarot spread. If you're unfamiliar with this form of tarot, please check out the description box below. It contains information for you that can be very helpful. This card pile here is derived from the general Enneagram reading and is a kind of like a signifier of the collective energy. I also have your spirit totem, your chakra, and your underlying moon message during this time. I'm going to go ahead and dive right in though. All right, so your spirit totem during this time is Swan, Grace. You who glides across the water of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. Your chakra energy during this time is root chakra, action, movement, perseverance, discipline, and motivation. I remember from the general, I thought of like a ballerina here. I mean, obviously, I think this is like more of a belly dancer, but with the grace of the swan, it's like more of a ballerina here. And we also have trust as an underlying moon message. I want to make sure that you can see that. And looky, we do have like a little duckling thing going on with the swans, and those are geese. All right, for your underlying, like your signifier energy, you seem to be searching here with the 8 of Cups. There is something you want to say, maybe something you want to do here. It's emotional in nature. Maybe you want to express something. There's a 7 of Swords. This can represent deceit, deceitful actions, things that you're not saying, things that you're not doing. This could also represent like calculated moves, like you need to move in a very careful way. Maybe to speak about what it is that you've been searching for. But then we have the Emperor. Now, there could be something here where you feel there was deceit by the Emperor, but this also could be you ending this search by taking action that seems to end this deception, this search. It could be that you need to make a very calculated message in order to make something happen that you wish to manifest here. This will require your trust. It will require your grace, especially if you are wanting to initiate. Some of you may be wanting to initiate a relationship, so you don't know whether or not you're going to get rejected. For you, Loyalist, it can be scary out there. It's scary out there when you're a Loyalist. And the reason being here is that I'm going to go ahead and dive into your dimensional tarot spread. Just one note, you are the center of this triad here, these 3 cards. This represents thinking and fear. So you can be like the most fearful type, unfortunately. You are the most loyal to your friends, though. You go down with the ship when it is sinking, and it's such an admirable quality in you. However, it can mean that you are also stuck in situations that no longer serve you and, in fact, are harming you. I'm going to go ahead and see what the tarot has to say for you. In your peacemaker slot, we have the Sun, so there is a diminishing of happiness. You have choices here at your reformer. There's something you're not communicating about at the helper here because you have the 8 of Swords in reverse. You have the 7 of Cups here that represents choices. Your achiever, you're standing in a form of strength here. You're roaring. And I think you're roaring. Maybe you found something that ends this search for you. There's been a conflict internally that you've been wrestling with, and it seems like you've reached some sort of possibly a conclusion. Your investigator is carrying the 10 of Wands, the 5 of Swords in reverse here. There's a mental burden. This has been a burdensome thing you've been dealing with. You as the Loyalist, you're defensive, you're defending at the 7 of Wands. Your enthusiast knows the Queen of Wands. Maybe your investigator is carrying this mental burden, though. And we had 2 cards, that's right. And you have the Queen of Cups, and then you have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So the Queen of Cups, this is showing like there's something that's greatly disappointed you, left you emotionally unbalanced here. So much so that I don't think that like you're able to communicate it about it at this time. Maybe you've been searching for a way to speak to this so that you react with grace in a situation. Whatever it was, it has greatly diminished your happiness, maybe causing you to rethink your trust. And for you, that's such a big thing, so that it feels like it could have profoundly hurt here. I'm going to take a look at the Sun and see what is diminishing the peacemaker here. We have the Two of Cups in reverse, so union. Something has fallen out of union. Something has, the Two of Cups is like minor arcana lovers, so there could be some type of squabble, but whatever it is, it's brought a change of perspective here, a death and rebirth cycle here, and some mourning. There was something here that was foundational for you that could have broken down. I'm going to take a look at your strength. We have strength in that there's now glory at the Six of Wands. The Devil, which represents our insecurities, something that was holding you back, and the Knight of Cups. Something has occurred here between your peacemaker and your achiever, where now you're desiring to offer a cup. There's been some type of struggle here. Or maybe it feels you made the wrong choice. And now you're looking to get back on the right track. For some of you, this could be like you transitioning partners. Maybe there was a union you were once in and it has dissolved. And now you're looking for the right partner or learning your lessons. I think for some of you, there's also it feels like you're almost at like a crossroads of some sort. This could be in a relationship, to fix it or not. Is it honestly worth it for you? I'm going to go ahead and take a look at what has made you defensive here at you, the Loyalist. We have the Page of Swords, carrying youthful energy, possibly immature, just charging forward. There's temperance here. There is balance in this situation. And there's Four of Swords. So it seems like you're kind of taking a time out because you've had to defend something here. Maybe in your defense of this, you've come to some sort of conclusion here. Perhaps some of you could have defended someone who in the end betrayed you, which could, just a very, there's like that is one dynamic of this, one aspect of this spread. So for those of you who are facing that, I'm sorry. For some of you, like, you could be waiting to communicate about something. Maybe you're still coming to the conclusion here. You're still making you're trying to figure out the right decision here. How do you move forward in this situation? How do you move forward to end the search here and bring peace to the situation? How do you trust your gut instincts if it's calling you to do something that's kind of outside your comfort zone here? And may I might add that literally I have the Crow Tarot for you, and you received like all avians. Like your spirit totem was a bird, your moon energy was a bird. Maybe it's time for the Loyalist to fly on out of here, head south for the winter. Huh? No, I'm joking. I just want to adjust that camera real quick. There seems to have been something, for some of you, you could have made a decision here and it's not measuring up to your expectations. Or that you're working through a period of conflict where you're not able to speak to some things that are going on. Maybe wounds are still fresh. But you're very passionate about it. You care about it a lot. I mean, this is an emotional burden, but you have the Queen of Wands here overseeing it. Now, yes, something in your challenger is disappointed in this situation. It's not your abundance, it's not your emotional happiness, it's not your contentment. Maybe there's something you feel you don't trust enough to speak to, but do you react with trust, to take action, to show grace, to express yourself? And this is the emotional burden that once you express, then maybe you can right the Nine of Cups. You can bring the Queen of Cups back into balance here. But there seems to be something here where your authentic sense of self is kind of wanting to express itself. There's been some sort of dilemma or something you've been wrestling with, but you brought it to a conclusion here. Now you're wondering, do I speak to this new version of self? The reformer has seen here, the individualist goes to the reformer. The reformer sees this change yet. The helper, maybe stuck in a codependent cycle, is unable to express this. And it has brought disappointment and discontentment to your challenger because you're not living really this authentic sense of self. Maybe you're still stuck in this Four of Swords, still defensive of this. And maybe that's why you can't let the emotional burden go. Because maybe like you're scared, you're worried about the reaction of speaking to this possibly. You're searching here for a way to express something. You have the Seven of Cups here, and we do have the Seven of Swords. So there could have been a deceit, an illusion that you've seen through. Maybe it's tested your loyalties, pushed something to the edge so far back that there's no going back. Maybe that's why you have so much. It's not stagnant energy. It's like you're holding back. Because you're looking for a way to, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Cups. You're looking for a way maybe to express this without it becoming heated. Perhaps this is very emotional for you. That once you do express this burden, then perhaps there is no going back for some of you. And that can be a really tough thing to come to the conclusion of, to realize about something. Especially if it could be a relationship. This could be as simple as a job, though. This could be as simple as like your job is exhausting and you can no longer do it, and it's time for you to move on to find something that brings you more balance and temperance. But for others of you, this could be a very intense cycle here, where you're having to express something here that makes you feel very vulnerable, or you're having to search for a new beginning for yourself here after facing some sort of deceit that has, honestly, it feels like it feels offensive. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at our unconscious energies, and we'll be diving into the extended afterwards. I'll be using the Lenormand and Mini Tarot to do a process Enneagram spread. I'll also use the last of my tarot. I'll use my tarot cards to expand on the rest of these points. And then I'll also take a look at your underlying, like your seven chakras, and kind of like how we can bring those into balance with the message of action here. just one last thing to note. I need to start including this in the beginning of my videos, but when we look at Enneagram theory, you are one of 9 points here, but you are all 9 points. Your goal in this theory is to bring balance to all points present so that you are seeing from a very equal way. You cannot escape the heart here of the helper, the achiever, and the individualist. You cannot affront a challenger and a reformer and a peacemaker when it comes to the rights of others. Like, you're good luck getting past those 3 while being disrespectful to another human soul, especially should they be a defenseless person. Good luck. That's all I'm saying. And so when you bring all of these into balance, this is the thinking sector. You bring your emotional, instinctual thinking energy into balance here. And when it's out of balance here, when you're letting your fear get away from you, it can catastrophize. There's a lot here that's could potentially go awry when really all you need to do is speak, and that dissolves the illusion. Because most of it is just in our mind. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take one look at your unconscious energy, and then we'll dive into the extended because this is always fascinating for me. All right, in your unconscious general Enneagram message, this is the same for all Enneagrams. This is the moon, this is the unconscious, this is the unknown, this is the intuitive here. As an unconscious tarot message for your own tarot, you have the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, not the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Wands traditionally in the upright is departing, but now you're staying here. So you're wanting to stay, but maybe you'll have to resolve some things that are necessary for you. And I'm going to go into the 7 chakras using the Goddess Oracle, but as an unconscious message and a preview of what's in the extended, there is Sedna, victim. You could chain yourself to the system and to others and feel like you're the victim because of it, when you're not. You have all the power in the world. You are not you're not contractually obligated for the rest of your life to be miserable just because you believe you need to be, because that's what you think is right. Like, your duty is to yourself as well here. And life is flexible. You only experience this reality once. I'm willing to debate all of you on Patreon over this. Let's go. But and you need to live it on your terms. There's discernment here. This is the unconscious moon message for all zodiac, all Enneagram types during this moon cycle here. This is seeing through these illusions. I think that you are able to, because also during this time, the unconscious chakra message, same for all Enneagram, all zodiac, is the crown chakra intelligence. This is the guidance, education, knowledge, perception, flexibility, maybe changing this belief system about yourself. You're in the 4 of Swords right now over this. So maybe there's an aspect here that you're looking and you're seeking to bring temperance to. Maybe as you trust your own inner instinct, your own inner grace. Because the loyalist is it's wonderful in my eyes. Like, I have a few friends that are loyalist, and they're people I trust. They're good people. And I want more for them. So obviously I want more for you too. And you deserve more. There's maybe some of you who also feel like this emotional burden is all you deserve. But I think there's a deep passion in you that's seeking to come out. And I think instinctually maybe you know this, and maybe that's why you're discontent. That's why you have the sun in reverse. Because it's time for you to see through the illusion and go for your abundance. All right. So your unconscious spirit totems, again, same for all Enneagram, all Zodiac during this time. This is supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. And rise with dignity. Rise with grace. Rise. That's your job. That's totally, first off, going to be the message of this video. Oh. And trust. I just want to take one last look at this little moon message, just because look at her. She's like protected in this little achy thing. I I don't understand where her face is. That little sheen right there. I can't tell how she's curled up. But she's curled up in the leg. It's time for you to trust. And don't worry, Loyalist. It's scary out there, but I mean, just think about this. There are challengers and enthusiasts out there and investigators, all kinds of people in your corner too. The reason, you just got to realize there's people out there who will protect you as well. If you just have to extend that hand of grace, trust, and love. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go into your extended now. Thank you for joining me. I hope this message was able to resonate with you and help you in any way. I will see you all next time.